And third is an unbiased coin. One of the three coins is chosen at random and tossed. It shows a head. What is the probability that it was a two-headed coin? There are three coins. One is two-headed coin, another is a biased coin. Three actions. It is just like your three bag selection. There are three coins, and the three coins are in such a way that the first coin is a two-headed coin. Two-headed coin means both the sides of the coin has got head. And the second one is a biased coin. A biased coin with one side that is getting head is of 75% chance as compared to getting tail. And the third is an unbiased coin. Unbiased coin means both head and tail coming up is are of equally likely outcomes. They are having equal chances. So for here getting a head means both the sides are head. So while you toss the coin, getting a head will be 100% chance because both the sides are head. And in the second one, getting a head, when this second coin is tossed, getting a head is 75% chance or probability of getting a head is 75%. And in the third one, getting a head is and getting a tail, both are of equal chances. So it is 50% each or 1 by 2. Now what is asked in the question is, see here you have to define some events. The experiment is one of the three coins is chosen at random and tossed. So there is a first level of action. What is the first level of action here is the coins are tossed. There are three coins. First coin is tossed, second coin is tossed, and third coin is tossed. It is just similar to that. First bag is selected, second bag is selected, and third bag is selected. This is first series of action. And the next one is, what is the probability that? So probability of an event is always defined or asked. So here what is asked? Probability of what is asked? Probability that it was a two-headed coin. So this corresponds to another event. So comparing these two, which happens first? A coin is tossed, and the second one is what was it was a two-headed coin. So here we define the first series of event. What is the first series of event? It is the first coin is toes, or even is that two-headed coin is toes. Two-headed coin is toes. Similarly, we can define E2R, the second coin, that is biased coin is toes. Biased coin is toes. And E3 is that, and unbiased, that is the third one. Unbiased coin is toes. This is the first series of events. Practically, if you think, you know that the coin is toes comes first. Then after that, what is the event? After the event, it shows a head, that is a condition on that second level of action. It shows a head. That means second level is that the coin shows some result, right? So in that second level of action, there is a condition given. So a head is, that is a second level of action, and there are many actions at the second level. A head is shown or a tail is shown. And in the second level action, the condition is given. So according to the question, we can define the second level action as that a head is, or a head comes up. Okay. So now, if you define the, if you show the figure, you have to write like this: P of E1, P of E2, and P of E3. P of E1 means probability that a two-headed coin is tossed. P of E2 probability that a biased coin is tossed. Probability that of the third coin is tossed. We are given three coins. So what is the probability that a two-headed coin is tossed? They all are having equal probability of selection. One of these coins are selected, right? So it is one out of three because there are three coins. So and our bias coin is tossed, that also having equal chance. So all are 1 by 3, and also to notice that the total probability at this level must be equal to 1. Then comes our condition. What is the condition given? The condition given we can call here as A, and next we need to find P of A given E1, P of A given E2, and P of A given E3. That means what? P of A given E1. A is what? A head comes up. Probability that a head comes up provided E1 has happened means when a two-headed coin is tossed, what is the probability that a head comes up? Two-headed coin means both the sides are head. So in that case, getting a head is full chance. That is 100% chance. So the probability of getting a head when two-headed coin is tossed is 1. Now, next is probability of A given E2. So what will be that? It is the probability of getting a head provided E2 has happened. A biased coin is tossed, and what is the probability that a head comes up? It is already given in the question that 75% chance that a head comes up for a biased coin. So 75% means it is 75 by 100. And for the third, it is probability that head comes up provided E3 has happened. E3 means it is a third coin, that is unbiased coin. So getting head and getting tail are of equal probability, equal chance. So it is 1 by 2. Now our question is actually what is the probability that it was a two-headed coin with the condition that it shows a head. So that means probability of E1 provided A has happened. Your question is P of even provided A has happened. So practically you cannot find out this because A happens at a later stage. So now you will apply the Bayes theorem, and also to be noticed that what is also to be noticed that when even comes, you are encircling this first one, what I have taught you in the previous videos. Encircle this one so that no mistake can take place. This what is encircle will come two times, one in the numerator and one in the denominator. Okay, so it will be, what will be that? First it is 1 by 3 into 1 divided by the total probability. Total probability is, first case this, that is 1 by 3 into 1 plus. Next second case, this is the second case. So it is again 1 by 3 into 75 by 100. 75 by 100, you can take it as 25. If you cut, what you get is 3 by 4. So we can write it as 3 by 4 plus. Next one is this case, that is 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. For calculation purpose, what we do is, what I taught you is, cancellation possible you do. And now what remains in the denominator? 3, 4 and 6. So the LCM of 3, 4 and 6, it is 12. LCM of 3, 4 and 6, 12. So multiply numerator denominator with 12. So 12 by 3 divided by, here the first term in the numerator, when you multiply, what you get? 12 by 3, that is this term. Then again plus 1 by 4, this time is 1 by 4. So it is 12 by 4, every time we are multiplying by 12. And this is 1 by 6. So 12 by 6. Properly you do the cancellation part. So here you will get 4, here you will get 3, here you will get 2, and here you will get 4. So the final answer, it comes as 4 divided by 4 plus 3 plus 2. So it is 4 by 9. So that is answer.